Hey, what's up, family? It's your girl Jaleesa, coming live from the Bathroom Chronicles. It's 3:52 East Coast time. It's November 10th, 2025, and I just want to come on here. Um, I was up and down about coming on and making this video, um, just because going through spiritual warfare and finding out things that I found out and stuff like that. I'm like in my head. Um, just unraveling what I'm finding out, what I have found out. Um, seeing the dominoes fall the way that they're falling, I'm just baffled. Um, a bit of me to get confirmation on a lot of stuff, and I'll get to it. I'll get to the meat and the potatoes. But for me to learn what I've learned, I'm like, wow. You know, I never thought people thought of me, you know, in such a low thought process. Like, and it's all people who never even got the chance to know me. You know, I'm really realizing that, I'm not bigger than the program. I'm equal to the program. And that's why I'm dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare the way I am. I physically don't see who I am and who I'm becoming to the world. I see who I am right now, just talking and stuff like that. Like, everybody starts somewhere before they get big. So for me, it's like I don't believe, but in believe there's a lie too. So you're gonna believe the lie, you're gonna just believe. I choose to believe. I've seen too much proof, um, that I know what I know and I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Now, I have been disobedient in sitting down and having my conversations with the Most High. I'm just getting validation from other people. And other people can be telling me whatever. And it's in that's a different topic for a different day, a different video and stuff like that. But the moral of that is don't seek outside validation. That thing looks all crazy. I promise you that's not how my boob is. Sorry. Don't seek validation or approval, same difference, from other people. Even if it's your most trusted friend, still take it to God. So I say that to say, or whoever you subscribe to, because I don't want people to be like, well, I subscribe to Allah and all that. But I wasn't hearing God's voice. And then I was seeing certain things, and then I'm like, and I'm having doubt and all that. And I'm just like, no, I know what this is. I know what's going on. And, I might as well do it and not, I might as well fear the unknown. What's the worst that can happen? Me putting this video out isn't the right thing to do.
Hey, Mom.
Yes. Okay. This video isn't the right thing to do, or or me putting it out here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Close the door, please. Thank you. Or me putting it out and then it having a good effect. It can have a bad effect or a good effect. Either way, it doesn't affect me because this is something that I'm doing for myself and my ancestors. 4:34 on the time when I had looked up. So I say that to say, my mood's been like up and down, and I was seeking validation. And somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Go get a therapist. A therapist needs a therapist. I'm not against it, I don't want to say I don't need one, because I'm sure I do need one. We all need one for free. But to unravel and unpack and realize your real life is being played out on the World Wide Web. And I'm not a celebrity. Like, I'm a star, but I'm not a celebrity. I'm her, but I'm not a celebrity as of yet. But to put the pieces to the puzzle, and this is an internet that has gazillions of people on it, you know, it's like, nah, that can't be my life really being played out. But then eliminating certain people and moving strategically, and, or I shouldn't even say strategically, but just moving how I move, and then maybe saying stuff strategically or whatever, then I'm seeing still online what's going on, you know? So I say that to say, my name is Jaleesa. I am from the East Coast, and I recently cracked my own case that I was somebody else from oh my gosh, what is her name? Miss Bonita. Sarah Bonita. And she was the goddaughter of Queen Victoria. But there was a situation where the gentleman who was, you know, running the show, as far as the slaves go. So I say running the show, but like, he was running the show as far as the slaves go, but as far as his ship, he had sold it off to somebody who had a ship and all that. Do your research, okay? Because I'll probably make a few videos. I don't know, but I'm trying to cram this into this 15-minute video. But whatchamacallit? Reincarnation is real. I am God's child. I am a child of God. And I know people say that, but it's different. I am on a conservatorship, you can say. I believe, I know, but I can't, you know, I don't know exactly how it played out. But I was sold to the government, or at least there was a contract with my karmic family unit that I would be a part of a program that, you know, like MK Ultra and all that type of stuff. Currently, where I live in Massachusetts, this is a stage house or whatever. And I guess you could say isolation was the worst thing that they could do for me. You know, I'm a homebody and I like to be outside, you know. When I was working before, I didn't have an issue working. I just go with the flow. My circumstances are my circumstances. But being in isolation for so long, you start uncovering some stuff. My karmic baby daddy, I'm not going to say names. Names have already been mentioned. But my karmic baby daddy decided to, you know, be my handler. You had, you know, my karmic familiar unit, but like the top three were a brother, a mother, and my karmic baby father. Excuse me. Um, it was, you know, a situation with withholding money from me. I do have children, so withholding them, you know, we weren't getting the proper care. If anybody knows about like Britney Spears and celebrities who've been a part of a conservatorship, that's basically what it is. But because I am who I am, it's different. Like, the government has to free me. My karmic familiar unit has to free me. I've had people mimic me and pages and stuff like that. And if you don't believe me, that's perfectly fine. I don't care, you know. You know, realize, you know. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I was sold off to the government for them to do an experiment, you know, doing the whole MK Ultra and stuff, trying to keep me in the matrix, and me asking certain family questions, me not doing the matrix things, me breaking out and speaking about it. They didn't expect me to glitch and to be smarter than, you know, what they thought, and it is what it is. My whole thing with it, you know, because at another time there'll be, you know, a time to go into depth about that, but my thing is, question yourself, question your family, question your friends, know who's around you, know who's a part of your circle, know who really means well for you, because like they say, never trust a pretty face, a pretty face or a nice smile and a big butt or whatever, you know, that goes with anybody. Never trust a nice smile, a beautiful laugh, a nice, swag, a banging body, you know. If you start tingling, if your body feels weird, if it's just not, you know, listen to it or whatever, because you would be surprised a lot of the family history that may not even be your family history, you know. Um, our family and the government, I can say, don't want us to just live. Like it was a situation between love and war, or a war over love and money. And I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, I passed this level, my emotions are good from this or whatever. Now bring on the love and all this and stuff, because I'm good with that chapter. There's been so many lies told about me, and then my karmic baby daddy trying to come back in, and my karmic mother trying to be cool, and then my karmic brother trying to send text messages, and it's just like, I'm all set. Even though I may not show it, because I don't need to show my emotions. I don't need to show my next move. But it's like, I know what's what. I was signed off into the government, and I'm just signed off to the government, for this program thing. And I'm just grateful to God, although I haven't been obedient probably like the last day or two, and I'm really realizing, and I want to say that, and everybody's different, but, and I've said it before, but I've been disobedient. I don't really care for reading scripture on my phone. I prefer the actual Bible, but I've been reading it on my phone, like when it pops up, because if I haven't read the Bible, I'm like, oh, well, at least scripture popped up. But you can do that, that's fine, and I'm not telling you what to do, but somebody's gonna need it, need this is for somebody, and you can get through anything. You need a physical Bible. You need that. It's like a hug. You're hugging your faith, because we've had this conversation. The Most High isn't a man who's going to come from the sky and save you. I've been dwelling thinking my love is about to come and save me. Like Romeo's going to come and save Juliet. I don't know any of the other movies. I can't wait to watch movies. And it's like, yeah, I'll be able to live this life with somebody who loves me equally, but I need to carry myself and get myself there as well. I've done the legwork in other areas, but I still need to get stronger in other areas. And I can say, because there's like a debate going on as far as like, oh, is there an addiction and this and that? I don't know. We could take it as like, yeah, I'm dependent, but then I don't look at it like that, because I'm like, okay, well, I did this, I did that, the home's taken care of, this is clean, that's clean, now I'm just waiting for Romeo to come and pull up, but not realizing too the hidden enemy, as far as certain time frames and stuff like that. And I really need to get good with that. I really need a schedule. I know what I need to do, because it's not, don't tell people your routines. Don't tell people your spiritual journey. Disclose what you, let me say it like that, disclose what you feel like you should, but don't give the enemy too much, because somebody can be your friend for 10 years. Look, I was sleeping with the enemy for 9 years, and I'm just finding out in the 9th year that I was sleeping with the enemy. I'm 32 and just found out that my family's been my biggest enemy, having money on my back, target on my head, basically, for money, a hit on my head, however you want to put it, like, all because there was a whole contract for this programming and stuff like that. So love on yourself, ask questions. If it doesn't seem right, it's not right. Don't second guess it. Just get the fuck up out of there. And yeah, I'm gonna record another video on my 15.